Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout Speed Round, where we answer a quick question every day to keep our group chat fun going all week long. Today we have as our question, what is something that your mom used to do in the kitchen that you would never do? And of course, my easiest answer for this is cooking, because I don't cook. My husband cooks. But thinking a little deeper, what inspired this question for me was the other day my husband had browned some kielbasa in a frying pan, and then he had to leave and go to work, and so there was a frying pan full of grease sitting on the stove, and I had this flashback to my childhood as to how my mom would save grease. She would, if she cooked bacon, she would then pour the grease into a coffee can, which was kept under the sink and used in future foodstuffs. And even just thinking about that now makes me want to just go, wash my mouth out. I can't. I mean, the underneath of my sink is gross. I barely want to touch the things under there. So number one, keeping something you're going to eat under the sink is horrifying. And then just having, random layers and layers of food grease ready to use at a moment's notice is
ready to use at the drop of a hat.
And yet, I mean, did your parents ever do that? My husband says he thinks he remembers his mother doing it. It must have been a 50s and 60s thing. Does he still do it?
No. He does it. He does not keep it in a coffee can under the sink. He keeps it in a closed container, like a Tupperware or something. And it's only for bacon grease or something where you could easily scrape it out of the pan, and it is good to reuse.
And I mean, I'm sure it's delicious.
Yeah.
It gives extra flavor, extra fat and cholesterol,
delicious
flavor to things. But still, just imagining pouring that into a coffee can and putting it in the sink.
No. Ours
fills me with dread.
Whenever we have that stuff, it has a lid on it.
Well, no, I think that she put the coffee can lid on it. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. Maybe the little shavings from around underneath the sink added a little extra. Wouldn't there be rodents or stuff? How is it possible? This was a thing people did.
Yep, people did.
All right. I'm just going to go say yuck 50 times now. And yet,
here you are.
Here I am. Maybe that's what stunted my growth. Oh, well. So, Catherine, what can you think of something pro or con that your mom did that you never do?
Well, she just cooked more than I do. That's for sure. I mean, she had a full-time job, and yet somehow we ate every... I don't know how that happened. I really don't. Thinking about it now, I'm how was she pulling that off? Because she didn't have a crock pot or anything. It was all stuff that she made. I mean, I recall a fair amount of ground beef happening, but that's fine. So being able to actually get a meal on the table on a regular basis is something that she did that I don't seem to be able to do.
Yeah. Wow. Well, my husband does that. He works a whole day and he comes home and he cooks for us because his wife does not do that. No, he volunteered. But how about you, Nicole? What is something your mom did in the kitchen that you don't do?
Well, my mom did all of the above, minus the bacon grease or whatever the grease thing. She did cook for us on a regular basis. She did use a lot of ground beef products, product-related meals. The one thing, and I think I've talked about this before in the past, that I would never, ever in a million years do, is that she used to grow alfalfa seeds in our cupboard. And put them in our salad. I refused to do that. And they would always be in a jar in our glasses, our glassware cupboard. Yeah. So every time we went to get a glass for a drink of water,
the alfalfa.
Look at this big container of alfalfa sprouts coming out.
Honey.
There's a reason why I hate vegetables, ladies.
And on that note, we will say that's it for today's speed round. Come back tomorrow for our much longer group chat and visit parentingroundabout.com for all our weekly episodes.